music and song and lyrical stuff. In our actual world, it has a certain innate, like almost magical, surreal, connective fabric among all of us, and that might be why a lot of people like to play bards and Dungeons and Dragons. But there are those people, as in real life, that they just have a natural talent, natural gift for singing or for playing. And here, the author, Savvy, decided to make a sorcerer of the soul of song. And basically someone who has been gifted, talented with this incredible song, singing voice, music, proficiency, what have you. And so, without further ado, let's get into that and see how they, words and things are important. I'm not gifted with words, apparently. No, how they have interpreted a talented musician or singer. Alright. Soul of Song by Savvy. Soul of Song. You have been touched by the song of creation, an ancient source of magic that some people can tap into with learned song, but it has been embedded in your very essence. You may be born of a very talented musician, or may have stumbled upon an arch-faced secret performance, or may simply be in tune with some deep, magical note. Solo Song features Sorcerer level feature. First level, you have bonus proficiencies in the magic of song. At 6th level, you get powerful words. At 14th level, you get true chorus. And at 18th level, you have life of song. So first level, we have bonus proficiencies. At first level, you gain proficiency in performance. And if you had proficiency in performance, you gain expertise. Additionally, you would gain proficiency in one language of your choice. I know Darcy. She doesn't like the kid, right? No. Magic of Song. The power of song flows through you and changes your magic. When your spellcasting feature lets you learn a sorcerer cantrip or a sorcerer spell of first level or higher, you can choose the new spell from the Bard spell list or the Sorcerer spell list. You must otherwise obey all the restrictions for selecting the spell, and it becomes a Sorcerer spell for you. In addition, when you cast any spell that has a vocal component and no material component with a cost, you can choose as a bonus action to have that spell only require a vocal component for this casting. You can disguise this vocal component in a song, but creatures still know you attacked or charmed them when applicable. You cannot use the subtle spell meta magic while using this feature. Interesting. Powerful words. Starting at 6th level, your power with your voice increases. When you cast a spell that has only a vocal component and does damage, you may add your charisma modifier to that damage. Additionally, when casting a spell without a vocal component, you may spend a sorcery point to give that spell a vocal component. So additionally, when casting a spell without a vocal component, you may spend a sorcery point to give that spell a vocal component. Interesting. True chorus. Starting at 14th level, you may choose as an action for any number of creatures within 60 feet to automatically hear and understand you when you speak for 1 minute, even if a language barrier or condition such as deafness would normally prevent them from doing so. When you do this, you have advantage on the first charisma check you make against someone affected by this ability. Interesting. And last, but certainly not least, Life of Song. Starting at 18th level, when you cast a spell with vocal components, you cannot be affected by any effect that would prevent you from speaking. Any non-magical bindings that cover your mouth or otherwise prevent you from speaking break, and magical bindings slip off. Additionally, when you cast a spell with only verbal components, or probably vocal or verbal, it doesn't, yeah. That spell cannot be affected by anti-magic fields or any effect that would otherwise prevent it from taking effect. And any attempt to counterspell it is ruled at disadvantage. Pardon me. Additionally, when you cast a spell that does not deal damage and targets one or more creatures, you may spend 5 sorcery points for all creatures that can hear you to be affected by an instance of that spell. Each instance is unique and treated as a separate spell. Fascinating. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating. Okay. Huh. Alright, sorry. It's a little early for me to do my videotaping, which is fine. I'll get used to this. But on to the review itself. So, for the story of the Soul of Song, that little blurb at the beginning, I really like it because it does kind of make me think almost of like a bard, but not really. Bards, I think, in like most D&D settings, they're just they've either like become talented enough or like trained in order to become a great singer and thus a great spellcaster, because their song, their performances become laced with magic. Here you are like you've been touched or birthed from the song of creation itself. Kind of like with the Silmarillion or any other creation things where it's like singing into existence. I really like that idea. And then like, yeah, be born of truly a talented musician. All those different options are really cool. So that's really fun story lore blurb. Bonus proficiencies with performance or expertise and proficiency in a language of your choice. Those are really nice. They also make sense because with singing you want to communicate with others. Magic of song. You can learn bard as well as sorcerer spells, increasing your spell casting spells list a lot, which is nice. And then you can change your spells into just being vocal or verbal components, which is cool, and then you can disguise it in a song or whatever. So saying like for cantrips that like say like prestidigitation, you can sing and say as you say like a certain word or phrase, then sparks fly or the lights dim or whatever, which is a really cool idea. But yeah, when you like attack someone or charm them, they know that you're doing that, which makes sense. Powerful words. Let's see here. Yeah, your the verbal components of spells that deal damage. You add your charisma modifier to that. That's pretty nice. It is. I don't know. Pretty nice. I don't think it's too overpowered or underpowered. It's a nice, steady thing. When you cast a spell without vocal, you can make a vocal. Cool. Yeah, with you can make a spell that does not have a verbal component have a verbal component, which is cool. True chorus. You can basically communicate with anybody within 60 feet for a minute. And you make advantage on your first charisma check against that creature. Against someone affected by this ability, which is cool. So basically, you can now communicate with others in a better way. Life of Song, that's a really powerful feature, I think. When you cast a spell with vocal, you cannot be affected by anything that would prevent you from speaking. So if you're casting a spell with a verbal component, it's not stopped by anything. And if it's with only verbal components, then no anti-magic or counterspell will affect it or should affect it. And then if you have something that does not deal damage, then you can spend more sorcery points to target all creatures that can hear you to be affected by an instance of the spell. So what's nice with that is if it's like, I'm guessing maybe like a healing word, you can spend 5 sorcery points. That everyone gets that healing word, which is cool. Or like cure wounds, or something like that. Or maybe bless or aid, which is really cool. It seems really powerful, but this is at 18th level, so it makes sense that it's at 18th. It's super powerful. Pardon me. Anything that is overpowered or underpowered. I don't think anything is overpowered or underpowered. Some things might seem a little underpowered, but they're really cool flavor-wise. But yeah, I think they're really cool. I really look forward to seeing how this is in game or whatever. Sorry, the kid. Yeah, this is really cool. I look forward to seeing this in game and play. Let me know if you've played this, and let me know what you think of it. If you think there should be anything different with it. Of course, it does seem like a lot like a bard, but also not. And it's not really similar to any other sorcerer subclass, which I like. Maybe closest would be something like wild magic, maybe. Not really. But I really like that. I just have an incessant cough right now. That's not fun. Yeah, I know, Darcy. I believe in you. You can attack her back, you know. You've got claws too. Crazy cat. But anyway, yeah, let me know if there should be anything different with it. I think looks pretty cool. Maybe it can stack on itself. I don't know. That might be up to like DM discretion. Like saying that like you can use your bonus action to change something that has more than a verbal component to just have a verbal component in order to use the charisma modifier or whatever. Seems like a lot of stuff, but it does use your bonus action and like whatever else. But yeah, let's see here. I hope you're enjoying my streaming. I know it's getting a little boring or a little bit monotonous with the like XP farming of like just trying to get the highest level. But once that's done, we can just hopefully blaze through the rest of the stuff and enjoy it, and then go on to something maybe a little more lighthearted, a little more action-packed or whatever, which would be fun. But I hope you enjoy my writings. Those are fun too. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Join me next week for the Warlock. We're going on to the Collector. Someone who, the patron is the Collector, so it has like a collection of items or creatures, and it like buffs you with like summons, or like gives you a temporary magic item and stuff like that. It looks really interesting. I'll dive into that next week. That should be really interesting. Join me for that. Anything else? I can't really think of anything else right at the moment. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this sorcerer subclass. If you've played it, what you think of it. If you want to play it in my run, I'd be interested in DMing for other people. I've been told I'm a pretty cool DM. But that's their opinion, man. So I apologize in advance. Just staring off into the middle distance as I'm trying to think of what to say. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else for me to say. This is probably the last several minutes is just me trying to think of what to say. And that's fun. But yeah, previous episode, channel subscription, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to join my team to increase the quality and the quantity of my videos, that would be great. And if you want to join my Discord or let me know about anything, like suggestions of what to do to increase my video stuff, or like other subclasses you want me to review, or other homebrew whatevers you want me to review, that would be great. And I will see you next week with the Warlock, patron of the Collector. This idiot out.